some busy work beforehand, where you put. Last time I got pregame jitters for a game that wasn't like a big varsity game.
Yeah. Well, I haven't done them in a while.
But I used to get them every single basketball game with the good kind of jitters. Yeah. But meanwhile, I never got it for Isles except for playoffs.
Really?
Only a few Isles games I got it right before. First couple. Yeah, my first couple and in the playoffs.
On air, Andrew. What do you Google to go to Molloy Lions? Do you choose Molloy Lions? How do you get on this?
This is the home for Molloy College Athletics. www.molloylions.com.
Can't get enough Molloy College Athletics? Tune in 15 minutes prior to every Lions home game for the Molloy Lions pregame show. Stats, analysis, and interviews to get you set for the game. It's the Molloy Lions pregame show, and it starts 15 minutes prior to every home game right here on your home for Molloy College Athletics, www.molloylions.com.
Jake's Steakhouse is a proud sponsor of Molloy Athletics. Come down to Jake's for happy hour every Monday through Friday from 3 to 7 p.m. and Sundays from 12 to 7 p.m. $4 mixed drinks, $5 select house wines by the glass, $4 select domestic beer, and $5 select craft beers. Looking for some delicious food? Jake's Sunset Special features a price-fixed menu Sunday through Thursday from 4 to 6 p.m., 3 courses for just $24.95. Friday night at Jake's is Prime Rib Night, a delicious 26-ounce prime rib with popover, mashed potatoes, and dessert, all for just $49. Can't get enough? Well, Jake's does brunch too. Sunday mornings receive free hot cereal and coffee or tea with any entree, plus bottomless Bloody Marys and mimosas for $10. And don't forget, you get 10% off at Jake's Monday through Saturday with a Lions Land card. Jake's Steakhouse, 2172 Hempstead Turnpike in East Meadow.
Casey's Kitchen and Cocktails is a proud sponsor of Molloy Athletics. Casey's is open 7 days a week for dinner with plenty of salads, sandwiches, and entrees to choose from. Casey's is also open for lunch Thursday through Sunday and for Sunday brunch. On the go, takeout is available, plus on-site and off-premise catering to suit all of your catering needs. And now through October, Casey's Rooftop Bar, Rooftop 32, is open for dining. Plus, you can receive a 10% discount with a Lions Land card. All at Casey's Kitchen and Cocktails, 23 North Park Avenue in Rockville Center.
Live from Quealy Gymnasium in Rockville Center, New York, it's time once again for Molloy College women's basketball. And today, the Lions take on a local rival and the NYIT Bears in their first of 2 meetings this season. Well, hello again, everybody. Dan Savarino and Joe Hutter here with you this evening. We thank you so much for joining us on the Molloy Lions Sports Network at MolloyLions.com. As both teams come in ECC play, 2 different stories right now, Joe. One sits atop the conference at 5-0. The other one just picked up their first win in the last 7 games. But such an important win for Molloy over LIU Post. Close at halftime, a lot of foul trouble, but really came out strong in the second.
Well, it certainly was, Dan. It was good for the Lions to get back on track on Wednesday night against their local rival LIU Post. A couple players got into foul trouble early. That was kind of the story of the first half, in that Allie Leftridge, Kimani Jackson, Aaliyah McDonald picking up 2 and 3 personal fouls early, even in the first quarter, and it was a couple players coming off the bench. Bridget Sharnick giving some good minutes, Sabrina Rodriguez, and a couple of the starters, Innocence Grady, Alex Hampton holding down the fort until McDonald and Leftridge and a couple other starters got back into the swing of things in the second half when Molloy dominated. But good to snap the losing streak, get back to 500 in conference play for this team. And the Lions 3-9 overall, but 2-2. All that matters here on out is this conference schedule, and they have 16 in a row coming up here.
Well, you know where the scoring is going to come for this team. Usually it's Allie Lethbridge averaging close to 17 points per contest. She had 14 last game, 12 in the second half alone. Kimani Jackson, the second leading scorer for this team. She had another 11 points. But important to see someone like Alex Hampton, who again was battling an injury, did not start the last 2 games, but contributes 11 points off the bench. First time in double figures this season for number 4.
Yeah, certainly good to see her getting out there and kind of had a big steal in the second half that kind of changed the momentum of things, put Molloy instead of up 5 or 6. I think they ended up going up 8 on that play, and just a good kind of veteran, good court presence, somebody who can control, understand the situation, and it was very important for them to have her on the court at that particular time, being able to kind of just bring that composure to a couple of younger players who were out there on the floor. And, that's what it'll take. It takes depth to win games. and Molloy exhibited that on Wednesday night.
Meanwhile, the NYIT Bears right now are absolutely rolling. They sit 5-0 inside the conference. They were the preseason number 2 team, had a first place vote. But Joe, big upset over the defending ECC champion Queens College Knights, and Queens College again right now sits just 2-2 inside the conference, a team that was also projected to end up winning this tournament for the second straight year. But when you look at what this NYIT team is as of right now, you're getting it all over the place. You're getting in the front court, you're getting in the back court, and Dina Ragab, who's maybe the best player in this conference, arguably the best player in this conference, averaging close to a double-double each game, 17 points per outing. She came up huge in their 65-60 win earlier this week.
Well, Dan, they spread the ball so well. You take a look at this. They have 5 players averaging 9 points or better. This is a team that hasn't lost a game since Monday, November 30th. So it's been a long time since they have lost their last game. That was at Bentley in a 16-point loss. But since then, 5 wins, all in conference, most recently against that pretty strong Queens team on Wednesday night. This is a team that, they were picked second in the preseason, but they're really showing that they deserve that number 1 spot so far, getting off to a very hot start, and they're led, again, by Dina Ragab, who is shooting 46% from the field. She started every game for them. Pretty good free throw shooter as well. Does a little bit of everything, but certainly good down low. A big defensive presence is also where she, makes her money. Double figures, 14 of the last 15 games as well. Leads the program in blocks. She has been just sensational for this team in her senior campaign.
She was able to achieve that honor just last game as she became the all-time leader in blocks and first teamer from last year in the East Coast Conference. Stands 6 feet tall, averaging 8 rebounds per game. Meanwhile, Shannon Dewar, she's 5'7", but she's been averaging close to a double-double each time she's been out there. So you need to look out big time for that front court presence that has always seemed to hurt Molloy each and every time out. Even last game where they were able to still get a win, they had 2 players who had a double-double on LAU post. Kalinka DeRoche and Naasia Davis both were able to achieve a double-double, so that front court presence is going to be so key. Joe, before we take a break, what are your keys for both of these teams to come out with the victory tonight?
Well, my key for Molloy is you have to rebound the basketball well. On average, NYIT, a tall team, a team that rebounds or out-rebounds opponents by almost 5 per game. Molloy, a little bit of a smaller lineup, a little quicker. They have to use their speed, but they also have to get down and dirty on the glass, make sure that they can maybe steal a couple extra possessions here and there and try and get to this NYI team early here in Quealy Gymnasium.
Well, that's where we are. It's NYIT 5-0 in the conference, 10-5 overall, taking on the 3-9 Molloy Lions, who sit 2-2 inside the ECC. It's next on the Molloy Lions Sports Network.
What's the lowdown on Molloy College athletics? Watch the Lions Lowdown. Hear from your favorite coaches and student athletes of the Molloy College Lions. Watch on MolloyLions.com or follow our YouTube channel, Molloy Lions.
MolloyLions.com is your official broadcast home for Molloy College athletics. Hear all the exciting action of every Molloy Lions game live right here on MolloyLions.com. Remember, your home for Molloy College athletics is www.MolloyLions.com. This is the home for Molloy College athletics, www.MolloyLions.com.
MolloyLions.com is your official online home for Molloy College athletics. Game recaps, highlights, stats, exclusive stories and interviews, and much, much more. All on your online home for Molloy College athletics, www.MolloyLions.com.
Casey's Kitchen and Cocktails is a proud sponsor of Molloy Athletics. Looking for great food around campus? Casey's is open 7 days a week for dinner with plenty of salads, sandwiches, and entrees to choose from. Casey's is also open for lunch Thursday through Sunday and for Sunday brunch. On the go, takeout is available, plus on-site and off-premise catering to suit all your catering needs. All at Casey's Kitchen and Cocktails, 23 North Park Avenue in Rockville Center.
Jake's Steakhouse is a proud sponsor of Molloy Athletics. Looking for great food in the area? Well, come on down to Jake's. Jake's features a special price-fixed menu Sunday through Thursday from 4 to 6 p.m., 3 courses for just $24.95. And Lions Land cardholders receive a special 10% discount. Jake's Steakhouse, 2172 Hempstead Turnpike in East Meadow.
A lovely rendition of our Stars and Stripes, the last bit of predictability in this game by one of the cheerleaders, Christina. I'm sorry, I missed her last name because Christina is her first name now, one of the Molloy College cheerleaders. Let's get you the starting lineup first for the visiting NYIT Bears. At guard, it's Nina Vokoselevich. She stands 5'5", the sophomore, averaging 9 points per game, close to 5 assists per contest. Also at guard, it's Shannon Dewar. Audrey Nolan is at forward. She stands 5'9", the junior. Julia Williams is a guard at 5'8", the junior, wears number 10. And Dina Rugab, who we mentioned before, the first team All-ECC member from a year ago, 17 points per game. She wears number 4. They're coached by Anthony Crocido. In his 9th season, a Hofstra graduate from 1995, former assistant coach at Hofstra, USF, and many others. From Molloy, they are coached by Joe Pelican, his first year back, 10th year, the 10th head coach in the program's history. Innocence Grady is at the 1. And you have Aaliyah McDonald wearing number 24. She makes her 5th straight start. Alexia O'Connor wears number 30, the senior. Kamani Jackson, number 13. And number 12, Allie Lethbridge, rounds out the starting 5 lineup. Molloy wears their home white uniforms with the maroon numbering and the black trim. Meanwhile, NYIT wearing the road grays, the blue numbering, the white trim, and the gold stripe. Joe, should be a good one today between these two teams. Again, Molloy sits towards the middle, bottom of this conference. NYIT, the cream of the crop right now. A high-scoring team. It's obviously going to come down to the post, but for Molloy, how important is it to get a quick start here?
It is a pretty nice crowd on hand here in Rockville Center, and this is a team that you have to come out playing your style of basketball. We saw them do nice things in the transition game. We've talked earlier in the season about how this is more of a half-court setup, a slower, more methodical offense, but they've been doing their damage the last few games, the last few wins that they've had, when they've been able to pick up the defensive intensity, force a few turnovers, and play that transition game and bring that into their repertoire as well. So I think that that's a very important thing for them, is get off to a hot start and try and keep on that and continue on with a rather up-tempo game today and see how it plays out.
So fresh 10 minutes on the clock for the first quarter of action. Again, NYIT loves to run, so Molloy, which generally goes with that half-court offense, you're going to see them use most of this clock to at least start off. Again, Molloy getting off that 5-game losing streak with a victory over LIU Post, 74-63 last time out. We bring it down to center court. Taking the tip will be Dina Ragab, 6 foot, against Kamani Jackson, who stands just 5'10". You can tell just about a 1-inch height differential. The tip is up and we're underway. We thank you so much for joining us here on the Molloy Lions Sports Network. Penetrating inside and a quick point there from Nina Vukoslevich.
No one picked Vukoslevich up as she came down that left block and just kind of drove the lane. Shoddy defense there to start for the Lions.
Here's Aaliyah McDonald. She's started now the last 5 games for this team. It started when Alex Hampton out of the lineup due to an injury, and now she's found herself staying in that lineup. Number 24 stands on the left wing with 5 seconds on the shot clock. As we said, they're going to use the most of it. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Kicks out Jackson as the buzzer expires for the shot clock, but connects a 2-2 tie less than a minute in. Jackson averages 12 points per contest in double figures last game as well, the 8th time this season, and also 4 straight. Down low, here's Dewar, kicks out to the near wing, 3-pointer on the way, nothing but net. Audrey Knowlton.
Good clean look there out on the right wing. Molloy unable to get out there along the perimeter, respecting Ragab down low a lot, and that opened up the 3-pointer.
Knowlton was just 3 of 10 this year from beyond the arc. The give and go to the inside. O'Connor has nothing to look at. Hard move by McDonald, and she misses on the layup attempt. In transition, here's Williams. Spin move down the lane. And it's good. A 5-point lead for NYIT.
Looking to run every single time out. Molloy slowing things down now a little bit in the half court, trying to set themselves up. But NYIT, really stout defense. Everybody seems to be in order and coordinated on the same page here.
Again, Quealy Gymnasium gets very loud as O'Connor with an air ball goes out of bounds less than 2 minutes in. This place, not big, not flashy, but it can get very, very loud in this gymnasium. And we hear it because this NYIT bench just to the left of us, they are very vocal, yelling, screaming, and trying to support their team. On the baseline, they feed Ragab inside, and she gets her first 2 points. It's a 9-2 lead and a 7-0 run.
It is. Knowlton with the 3 sparking them, then Williams and Ragab with the last 2 baskets. All NYIT to start here through the first 2+ minutes.
Lethbridge, the team's leading scorer, should be called the first travel violation of the contest. Again, she had 3 personal fouls in pretty much the first 4 minutes, so she had to take a seat that time, as now there's a substitution. Alex Hampton comes off the bench.
McDonald coming out, and head coach Joe Pelican wants a timeout, talk things over here, try and get his team to regroup, seeing they're down 7 points already. But Dan, not a great start. A couple of missed assignments defensively. You can tell that they're really looking for Ragab down low and really respecting her a lot, and that opens up the 3 ball. This is a team that, although they don't attempt all that many threes, they have some people who can really shoot it from long range. Julie Williams, we saw her knock one down already, or knock down a 2-pointer, but 31% from beyond the arc. And Knowlton, you said, only had 10 attempts from beyond the arc all year. Well, now she's 4 of 11. So a couple players who, when they get an open look, they can certainly knock them down, and we'll see if they can hit those with consistency today. It's going to be a long day for Molloy. Really have to make some, adjustments and make sure that they can get out on the perimeter and defend that as well.
Same starting 5 for NYIT. Alex Hampton comes out for the first time in this game, making her 11th appearance of the season. Last game she had 11 points off the bench. Ragab to the inside, good little post move. And she gets 4 points on the day. It's 11-2 lead, 2 minutes and 30 seconds in. Innocence Grady, coming off a career-high 10 points. She had 9 points in her prior 2 games. So she has been red hot late. Hitting 3 balls, and here's another one, an attempt. Hits back iron, rebounds to the far corner, but taken away by Vukoslevich. Inside, Dewar! And Kamani Jackson couldn't take her. A 13-2 lead. And a big run. 11-0, as Joe just said. 6:45 remaining in the first quarter. Hampton turns over the basketball, regains control. And they're going to call a jump ball. Possession arrow stays from right to left. So 16 seconds on the shot clock. The inbound to the left of the basket. Hampton finds Lethbridge, takes one bounce off the left block, but misses on the layup attempt. Regab picks up her first rebound of the day. On the baseline, Williams. Regab, mid-block, left hand this time, too strong. Jackson corrals the board, running transition. O'Connor to the foul line. Hampton, Jackson. Now Grady and Lethbridge on the left wing and 15 seconds on the shot clock. Jackson with the post move. She got blocked by Regab. The putback, and Lethbridge misses. Regab leads this team all time in career blocks, and a good spin move and transition work. She has 6 points.
Very polished moves down in the paint there. Regab that time running it in transition. The tallest player on the floor, looking like a point guard going coast to coast there.
3 for 4 today, and there's a reason why she's one of the tops in the conference. And the bank is open for Kamani Jackson for a 3-ball. She's 3 for 3 this season for deep, but they're going to actually give it a 2. Foot was on the line.
Jackson has all 4 Molloy points so far, almost 5 minutes into the opening quarter.
So I stand corrected again. She's still 2 for 2 from beyond the arc this season. But she does have 4 points in the game as Molloy finally ends that run. Regab, she misses. Dewar grabs the rebound. Williams with the finger roll won't fall, but another offensive board.
This is something Molloy has to do better. Make sure you get on the glass. This is too good of an offensive team to be able to give them 2, 3, and 4 opportunities offensively here.
Knowlton looks to swing one inside, goes off the body of O'Connor and out of bounds. NYIT
try and get it to even 4 or 5 points by the end of the quarter.
Hampton 7 of 8 this year from the stripe, but she connects on the first at the free throw line. Transition, home run pass. Williams on the baseline and gets the nice bounce from the left block. Up by 10. Kugosalevich gave her the assist. Here's Lethbridge, straightaway 3. Misses on the back iron. Again, Molloy, one of the better teams in the nation in three-point field goal percentage. And walking right down the lane is Regab. Nobody took her, Joe. It was like the seas were parted.
She just literally dribbled coast to coast again. Nobody picked her up, and she just went down that right side of that lane and unguarded layup. That is something you really don't see very often, and something I'm sure head coach Joe Pelican is going to have a discussion with his team about.
Leading by 12, Lethbridge. Kugosalevich is all over her. Now McDonald between the rings, finds Hampton. Thinks about the 3-ball, stops in the short corner, kicks out Jackson, now the left wing. Here comes a baseline J that connects from 17 feet out from Canoy. Canoy's been strong as of late. Last 2 games has been averaging 6 points per contest, someone who usually coming off the bench, just 3-point game. But a 3-ball from Dewar, the 5th one this season, and smiles on the faces of the Bears after a timeout called by Joe Pelican. 22-9 is the score, 3:04 remaining here in the first quarter.
Yeah, this is a 30-second timeout already, the second of the quarter for Molloy. This is...
Well, check that. Excuse me, Joe. It's actually going to be NYIT timeout. My mistake.
Something that they really have to go and discuss and just kind of, I guess, regroup defensively if you're the Lions right now, because NYIT has literally come in here and done anything they've wanted to over the first nearly 7 minutes of this contest. Dewar knocking down a 3. Regab leads all players. She has 8 points already, averaging just over 17 per game this season, but still 3 minutes left in the first quarter. She's got 8. So she has been good in the paint. She's been good in transition, and you said this is a team that likes to run it. Wondered if maybe Molloy could step up the tempo and hang with them, being a smaller lineup. It has not happened so far, and defensively, they have had some gaps.
Tiara Place enters into this game, the Baldwin, New York native, 5'9" freshman. Whereas number 22, averaging 5.5 points per contest. Out of the timeout, Lethbridge misses again, and she's been very cold from the field so far, Joe.
She has. She missed a 3 on the prior possession.
0 for 4 today, 0 for 2 from deep. But McDonald picks up the steal, 3-on-1 the other way. Lethbridge off the glass, and that's her first bucket of the afternoon.
Good play there. Good find by McDonald in transition.
So halfway there, it's 22-11. Regab after the near steal, then Canoy picks it up and turned over from right to left. Here's Lethbridge. Stops, top of the key. Tried to feed McDonald. One pass too many. Didn't see Julia Williams coming the other way. Bounce pass. Regab from the right block. And she is very hot from the field today. Make that now 10 points. He's already in double figures in the first quarter. 5 of 7 as well. For someone who's shooting usually at a 46% clip. Canoy pulls back for a tray. Nothing but net. Santana Canoy. She's 4 of 6 this season from deep. (24-14), 91 seconds left here in the first quarter. Dan Savarino and Joe Hutter here with you on the Molloy Lions Sports Network. Substitution. Dewar comes back to the floor as Julia Williams will head over to the bench side.
Canoy has already surpassed her season average here in the first quarter.
Casey Gorey also out there for NYIT. We'll reset the lineup for you. Regab, Vukosilevich, Dewar, Place, and Gorey for NYIT. As Lethbridge gets fouled on the shot. I'll check that. They're going to say it's on the floor. It was a push during a screen by Dewar, so it'll be Dewar's first, the team's second. So Molloy to inbound here. Lions 5, McDonald, Canoy, Jackson, Lethbridge, and Hampton. And that's frustrating if you're Allie Lethbridge, considering that you're not shooting that well from the field, only hit 1 bucket. And then the one that you take this shot on, there's already a foul on the screen beforehand. Here's Hampton. Finds Jackson to the big block. Stops and pops off the bank. And just as the time expires on the shot clock. In transition, Place misses. Rebounded by Canoy. Quick game. Jackson called with a travel violation. And you know what, Joe? I was waiting for the whistle there because that second foot definitely moved. That was a late whistle.
So was I, and I mean, you take a look at that, very kind of close call, but you could tell almost a sigh, hear the sigh from the bench of NYIT saying, ooh, that was really close, and then sure enough, the whistle blew.
Second travel called in this game, third turnover for Molloy. Place from 14 feet out on the left elbow, she misses. Here's Hampton in transition, Lethbridge on the left block, and she's fouled by Vukosilevich.
It's the third team foul on NYIT.
Vukosilevich, her first again, as Joe just said, the team's third. 24-16 is the score.
This is unlike the other night, Dan, when there were fouls galore in the first half. I think Molloy probably was put LIU Post in the bonus each of the first 2 quarters. I think each of the first 3 quarters, in fact, and probably only midway through those quarters as well. So a lot of free throws, a lot of slow pace in that game.
In that game, Lethbridge and Jackson both had 3 personal fouls at the half. So you were missing your 2 leading scorers, 2 who contribute almost 50% of this offense each and every game. As the shot clock's going to be turned off here. 5 seconds on the game clock. Kick out. Hampton puts a near corner 3, too long. Canoy fights for the rebound. Dewar gets it. And that's the end of the first quarter. 24-16 is the score. NYIT leads Molloy. We'll step out. We'll be right back here on the Molloy Lions Sports Network.
Casey's Kitchen and Cocktails is a proud sponsor of Molloy Athletics. Casey's is open 7 days a week for dinner with plenty of salads, sandwiches, and entrees to choose from. Casey's is also open for lunch Thursday through Sunday and for Sunday brunch. On the go, takeout is available, plus on-site and off-premise catering to suit all of your catering needs. And now through October, Casey's Rooftop Bar, Rooftop 32, is open for dining. Plus, you can receive a 10% discount with a Lions Land card. All at Casey's Kitchen and Cocktails, 23 North Park Avenue in Rockville Center.
William J. Schwartz Physical Therapy and Pro Sports Care of Long Island is a proud sponsor of Molloy Athletics. William J. Schwartz Physical Therapy and Pro Sports Care of Long Island is a full-service sports injury center for rehabilitation, strength and conditioning, and sports enhancement training. William J. Schwartz has 17 years of experience with athletes. Call 516-798-9605 for more information.
Gymnasium, Rockville Center, New York, the Lions Den, our site for NYIT and the Molloy College Lions. Dan Savarino alongside Jill Hutter here with you this afternoon as part of a double header as the men's teams will go at around 2:30. We thank you so much for joining us for the first game as these two women's squads battling it out, local teams. Out of the first quarter, it's a 24-16 lead for NYIT, and Regab has now 12 points. Through a quarter and 10 seconds, Joe.
She has just been lights out so far. Anything she wants to do, whether it's post or transition, she has been able to do.
Reset the lineup for you. It's Jackson, Lethbridge, McDonald who has the ball, Canhoy, and Innocence Grady who's running the point. Molloy wears their white uniforms, maroon numbering, and the black trim. They go from right to left in this half. 4 seconds on the shot clock. And McDonald's going to be fouled. They'll say it's on the floor. For NYIT, the five that come out are Regab, Williams, Vukasalevich, Allen, and Kate Brock. Number 11 makes her first appearance. Kate Brock, second appearance of the season. She's also a member of the volleyball team that just won the East Regionals earlier this year. A blocking machine down low. Not sure if he can do the same thing on the basketball court. I would not be surprised. Skip pass to the far wing. Jackson stops and pops for a baseline J. Misses. But good hustle by McDonald. Picks up the offensive rebound. Wide open tray from Grady. She misses. Another offensive board by Lethbridge, and she's fouled on the way up. So good job on the glass, Joe. Something that Molloy generally struggles on the offensive side of the glass. But able to pick up some big rebounds and some extra opportunities.
Yeah, really good effort there. Grady had the open look. Lethbridge was able to read the ball off the rim well and go up for another opportunity now at the line.
Allie, a 66% shooter from the stripe this season. Alex Hampton returns to the floor. Canhoy will head over to the bench. And Lethbridge goes 1 for 2. So they trail by 9. Back to single digits. Vukasalevich on the right wing. Kicks out. Wide open three from Williams. Comes up short. Ricochets to the far corner. And then goes out of bounds into the stands. I'm going to say Molloy ball. Grady between the rings. And now Hampton tries to fire one inside. Vukasalevich picking up the steal. Thought she got fouled. No call. Now Williams, wide open three from the left wing. And that misses on the attempt from Allen. The pace transfer, but the putback is Regab. She has 14 of the 28 NYIT points.
More of a just ripped out of the hands of the Molloy player and just going up strongly with the right hand. Great play. I think that was a steal first and then the lay-in.
You almost feel she's going to have a career night. The fact that Molloy always goes with a 5-guard set and Lethbridge really is a small forward. Grady slips right underneath the basket, and the foul's going to go against Vukosilevich, and she's very upset. And you know what, Joe? I think she has reason to be.
I think there was still kind of a discrepancy as Coach
Anthony Cressito very upset, talking it over with the officials.
Well, he was upset prior to that because they didn't know who had possession. He said neither official saw the play. They have to rule that a jump ball as opposed to just giving Molloy possession. They gave Molloy possession, and he's still a little fired up about that. And then that foul called right after that on this following play. Very upset about it, giving the officials an earful.
Be Vukosilevich's second, team's third. Fouls 3-zip. NYIT has 3. All of them been on the floor, though. Actually, excuse me, one actually was in the act of shooting. That was Hampton who was able to hit the N1. Here's Hampton. Poked off the hands of Williams on the skip pass. McDonald tries to feed inside, and another steal by NYIT. Vukosilevich, she turns the basketball over, tries to feed the post. McDonald, Grady for a 3. And she's been cold from deep so far in this game, 0 for 3. And then the transition game works again. Hampton on the wing. Feeds to the mid-block. Stops, pops, 10 feet out. McDonald, she misses. McDonald 0 for 3 from the field. Vukosilevich over to the left wing for Knowlton. Back to Vukosilevich. Here's Allen from the left elbow. Banks it in. 32 to 17.
This will be a full timeout, I think, for NYIT. They've been trying to get it the last couple of possessions. It'll be Molloy's full timeout now. Right, they have the ball, but we've been hearing timeout, timeout yells from NYIT. Just a kind of not really getting along with the officials today. Let's just put it that way.
So 32-17 is the score. 6:26 left here in the first half of action. We'll step out for a brief moment and a word from our sponsors here on the Molloy Lions Sports Network.
Casey's Kitchen and Cocktails is a proud sponsor of Molloy Athletics. Casey's is open 7 days a week for dinner with plenty of salads, sandwiches, and entrees to choose from. Casey's is also open for lunch Thursday through Sunday and for Sunday brunch. On the go, takeout is available, plus on-site and off-premise catering to suit all of your catering needs. And now through October, Casey's Rooftop Bar, Rooftop 32, is open for dining. Plus, you can receive a 10% discount with a Lions Land Card. All at Casey's Kitchen and Cocktails, 23 North Park Avenue in Rockville Center.
Dan Savarino, Joseph G. Hutter here on the Molloy Lions Sports Network. 32-17 lead for NYIT over Molloy, and Lions coming at 3-9, 2-2 inside the conference. NYIT, the preseason number 2 seed, coming at 5-0 in the ACC atop the standings, and 10-5 on the year. Out of the Molloy full timeout from right to left, it's Grady, Hampton, O'Connor, Lethbridge, and Kamani Jackson. Pace, Regab, Williams, Dewar, and Knowlton. Here's Regab, and she has been red hot so far in this half, as she has pretty much all season long. Regab with 14 points already. She tries a skip pass, but Lethbridge gets her palms on it and knocked out of bounds. 15 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Regab right now ranks 3rd in the East Coast Conference in points per game. They got 5 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Dewar with 2 seconds on the shot clock. Pace for a three. Allen for a three, and she misses. Allen went to Pace University her first year. She's been back here for now 2 seasons. O'Connor to Lethbridge, to the far wing, Hampton. Gonna feed inside. Jackson straight to the cup, fouled on the way up.
Regab got her there. Quick step from Jackson to her right. Was able to get to the free throw line here. Molloy, you see a 15-point deficit right now. This is an important time because the next 5.5 minutes will kind of determine how you come out in the second half. Do you chip away at that lead, maybe make it 7, 8, 9 and give yourself a chance, or does it extend even more?
Kamani misses her first free throw. 59% shooter from the stripe this season, 32 of 54. Last 4 games averaging 14 points per contest. She had 10 in their win over LIU Post. Hit to the second. It's 32-18. 5:30 remaining here in the first half. Allen with a low pass. Turns it over. Here's Innocence Grady from right to left. One of the best in the ACC in steals. Second she was ranked earlier this week. But she misses on the attempt in the far corner.
Yeah, that one went off of Regab's knee, leading to the turnover.
Here's Regab, the native from Egypt. Wide open three-pointer from Williams. From straight away misses. Regab on the putback, and she misses. A rare miss by her. She's 7 of 10 so far in the game. On the right wing. Now penetrating inside is Lethbridge. They find Jackson with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Drives, baseline, kicks out, offensive foul. Shannon Dewar drawing it right underneath the basket.
Yeah, really good job by Dewar to hold her ground there. Initially, it looked like Jackson wanted Lethbridge to come up and set a screen up high along that right wing, but she didn't do it, and then she just decided to drive in down along the baseline and was able to, get caught by Dewar there, who did a nice job setting her feet outside of the area, leading to the charge.
Shanice Allen takes a seat. Kelsey Gorey enters back in as Kamani Jackson goes over to the bench, and Sabrina Rodriguez back out on the floor. Rodriguez having her first 5 points of the season last time out. Again, because of foul trouble, she had to play in extended minutes. It was the most minutes she's played and most points she's scored, and the only time she's actually picked up points all year. And right there, she picks up a steal.
And they say that stays NYIT possession. As Dewar can't believe it. They thought it went off of, I believe, Grady underneath the basket.
So it's Molloy ball. Hampton, now O'Connor, drives the far baseline, kicks out straight away Lethbridge. Rodriguez steps into a three, but wide right. Rebounded by Dewar. Usually a double-double machine. And Grady picks up another steal in the last couple of minutes. Grady, bounce pass, Hampton. Maybe one pass too many, but Lethbridge is right underneath the restricted area and puts home an easy layup. Grady has 3 steals in this game. 8 overall by Molloy. And we're here in the second quarter. Williams for 3, knocks it down from straight away.
Just as it looks like Molloy might go on a little bit of a run, Williams answers right back for the NYIT squad.
Hampton to the mid-block. Now down low O'Connor, but she traveled the basketball. The third turnover via the travel by Molloy in this game.
Vukosavljevic as well as Regab checking back in for Place and Dewar.
Vukosavljevic, Regab, Gorey, Williams, and Knowlton. The 5 for the visiting NYIT Bears. Jump stop, then kick out to Knowlton for a tray. Misses. Rodriguez picks up the board. Grady in transition to Lethbridge in the short corner. Stops at the mid-block. Skip pass. Rodriguez wide open for a 3 in the near corner. But they're going to call an off-ball foul underneath the basket. See if it's Lethbridge or Williams, and it's going to go to Lethbridge.
Yeah, down low fighting for that rebound.
.241 left here in the second quarter. 35-20. So you stay tuned. The Molloy Lions halftime report, presented by Jake Steakhouse of East Meadow, will be during the halftime show. The miss from Vukosilevich. Transition game now for Molloy, who has used the majority of their shot clock. This time it's only 8 seconds in. Hampton, the 3-ball misses. Now from left to right, Vukosilevich. Between the rings, kicks out to the near wing. Penetrates inside, dribbles, bounce pass. Regab, she misses, gets her own offensive rebound, fights in a double team, and she's fouled.
Great offensive intensity there by Regab, ripping down that second opportunity board and making sure she gets to the line for two. Regab, pretty good free throw shooter as well, coming in at just under 73% for the season.
Dina Regab has been shooting very efficient in the last couple of games. 54% in her last 4. She had 22 last outing, and she's on pace to do the same thing in this game. Double figures in 14 of the 15. She had 8 in the only one she didn't. 3 times she's been 20 points or more. 34 points was her season high. 6 double-doubles as well, including last game. 36-20 is the score. 16-point lead. Lethbridge on the wing. Dribble, drive down the left lane. Misses. As Alex Hampton puts the pressure on. But Regab brings it up through center. Regab, right elbow jumper. Nothing but net. 17 points for Dina Regab.
Molloy just has not had an answer for her yet, as she continues to put on a display on the offensive side.
Here's Grady. Now O'Connor puts up a 3-pointer, back iron, corrals to the near side where Lethbridge is able to pick up an easy rebound. Fresh 30 on the shot clock for Molloy. They trail by 18 with a minute to go here in the half. O'Connor drives baseline, now to the mid-block. Rodriguez. Regab got a big piece of it, but she's going to be charged with the foul, and she didn't agree with it.
Has her hands up as to say, where was the foul? I didn't do anything, but that's, I think, her second personal now.
Her second, team's fifth.
Looked like it was a pass, too, but they say it was in the act of shooting, so Rodriguez heads to the line for 2.
Two subs coming out for NYIT. It's Madison Strapoli, the freshman 5'10 from Ossining, New York. She replaces Julia Williams and Kayla Bomani, who started the last 5 games and 6 of the last 7. She comes in also for Dina Regab. One minute to go. 38-21. Molloy would love a 28-21 deficit right now. And they trail by 17. Wide open Trey from the near side, but way too long from Knowlton. Knocked out, last touch off of the Bears. So 38.4 on the clock. That's an 8-second differential. And then a substitution coming out here for the Bears as Vukosilevich will take a seat. And she's walking gingerly over to the bench. Back out onto the floor is Tiara Place, excuse me. Grady crossed the timeline. To the right wing, stops at the right elbow. Wide open Trey from O'Connor, misses back iron. Shot clock turned off after the rebound by Molloy. 20 seconds on the game clock.
Grady took a glance, saw that Molloy can hold for the final shot.
The freshman point guard matched up with Bomani with 10 seconds on the shot clock. She's way out there. Near baseline, O'Connor with 2 seconds. Long NBA range 3 from Lethbridge and comes up just skimming the rim. 38-21 is the score at halftime. NYIT leads Molloy after 20 full minutes.
Yeah, it was really the job in the first quarter that did Molloy in so far with this 17-point deficit that they have. It was a 13-0 run to make it from 2-2 to 15-2 NYIT, and Molloy has not been able to recover since that point. It's been a bit of a difficult time so far for the Lions, but we take a look at just some of the numbers. We'll bring you that following the halftime show. Molloy really needs to do a little bit better job defensively, find a way to shut down Regab because she has been on point so far here this afternoon.
And we're now joined by assistant coach Devon Jackson. And coach, you're trailing by 17 right now against a very good team, but overall, what are your thoughts of that first half?
They pushed the tempo faster than what we expected, and we just got to play our own game. Right now, they're showing that they wanted a little bit more, but we're definitely going to make adjustments in the second half.
Coach, how do you find a way to shut down Regab? She's already surpassed her season average and has really been pretty strong down in the post.
Yeah, she came in hot. Basically, we have to deny that. We definitely have to front that, and we have to locate her on the defensive end.
Well, Allie only has 5 points. You have 7 points from Kamani. Your two leading scorers. How are you going to open up some space for them in the second half?
Got to be a little bit more aggressive, and we definitely got to put bodies on each other, especially for the picks.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Hey, thank you.
Again, that's assistant coach Devon Jackson. 38-21 is the score at halftime. We'll be right back. It's the Molloy Lions halftime report next on the Molloy Lions Sports Network.
Jake's Steakhouse is a proud sponsor of Molloy Athletics. Not only does Jake's have great food and drinks, but it features Sunday brunch too. Free hot cereal and coffee or tea with any entree, plus bottomless Bloody Marys and mimosas for only $10. Spend your next Sunday brunch at Jake's, 2172 Hempstead Turnpike in East Meadow.
Casey's Kitchen and Cocktails is a proud sponsor of Molloy Athletics. Hurry down to Casey's because now through October, Casey's Rooftop Bar, Rooftop 32, is open for dining. Have a Lions Land card? Receive a 10% discount on your order. Casey's Kitchen and Cocktails, 23 North Park Avenue in Rockville Center.
William J. Schwarz Physical Therapy and Pro Sports Care of Long Island is a proud sponsor of Molloy Athletics. William J. Schwarz Physical Therapy and Pro Sports Care of Long Island is a full-service sports injury center for rehabilitation, strength and conditioning, and sports enhancement training. William J. Schwarz has 17 years of experience with athletes. Call 516-798-9605 for more information.
Stay tuned. Stats and expert analysis are just moments away on the Molloy Lions Halftime Report, presented by Jake's Steakhouse of East Meadow.
MolloyLions.com is your official online home for Molloy College athletics. Game recaps, highlights, stats, exclusive stories and interviews, and much, much more. All on your online home for Molloy College athletics, www.MolloyLions.com.
Casey's Kitchen and Cocktails is a proud sponsor of Molloy Athletics. Casey's is open 7 days a week for dinner with plenty of salads, sandwiches, and entrees to choose from. Casey's is also open for lunch Thursday through Sunday and for Sunday brunch. On the go, takeout is available, plus on-site and off-premise catering to suit all of your catering needs. And now through October, Casey's Rooftop Bar, Rooftop 32, is open for dining. Plus, you can receive a 10% discount with a Lions Land card. All at Casey's Kitchen and Cocktails, 23 North Park Avenue in Rockville Center.
What's the lowdown on Molloy College athletics? Watch the Lions Lowdown. Hear from your favorite coaches and student athletes of the Molloy College Lions. Watch on MolloyLions.com or follow our YouTube channel, Molloy Lions.
Mercy Medical Center and South Island Orthopedic Group are the proud medical providers of Molloy College Athletics. They are committed to serving the community with state-of-the-art, compassionate health care. You can reach them at 516-62-MERCY or on the web
at www.mercymedicalcenter.chsli.org.
MolloyLions.com is your official broadcast home for Molloy College Athletics. Hear all the exciting action of every Molloy Lions game live right here on MolloyLions.com. Remember, your home for Molloy College Athletics is www.MolloyLions.com.
It's the Molloy Lions Halftime Report, brought to you by Jake's Steakhouse. It's the Molloy Lions Halftime Report, brought to you by Jake's Steakhouse.
It's the Molloy Lions Halftime Report presented by Jake's Steakhouse.
The proud sponsor of Molloy Athletics. Come down to Jake's for happy hour every Monday through Friday from 3 to 7 p.m. and Sundays from 12 to 7 p.m. $4 mixed drinks, $5 select house wines by the glass, $4 select domestic beer, and $5 select craft beers. Looking for some delicious food? Jake's Sunset Special features a price-fixed menu Sunday through Thursday from 4 to 6 p.m., 3 courses for just $24.95. Friday night at Jake's is Prime Rib Night, a delicious 26-ounce prime rib with popover, mashed potatoes, and dessert, all for just $49. Can't get enough? Well, Jake's does brunch too. Sunday mornings receive free hot cereal and coffee or tea with any entree, plus bottomless Bloody Marys and mimosas for $10. And don't forget, you get 10% off at Jake's Monday through Saturday with a Lions Land card. Jake's Steakhouse, 2172 Hempstead Turnpike in East Meadow.
Casey's Kitchen and Cocktails is a proud sponsor of Molloy Athletics. Casey's is open 7 days a week for dinner with plenty of salads, sandwiches, and entrees to choose from. Casey's is also open for lunch Thursday through Sunday and for Sunday brunch. On the go, takeout is available, plus on-site and off-premise catering to suit all of your catering needs. And now through October, Casey's Rooftop Bar, Rooftop 32, is open for dining. Plus, you can receive a 10% discount with a Lions Land card. All at Casey's Kitchen and Cocktails, 23 North Park Avenue in Rockville Center.
William J. Schwarz Physical Therapy and Pro Sports Care of Long Island is a proud sponsor of Molloy Athletics. William J. Schwarz Physical Therapy and Pro Sports Care of Long Island is a full-service sports injury center for rehabilitation, strength and conditioning, and sports enhancement training. William J. Schwarz has 17 years of experience with athletes. Call 516-798-9605.
Rockville Center, New York, Quealy Gymnasium. It's Molloy College taking on NYIT, a local battle. It's 38-21 here inside the ECC between these two foes. Dan Savarino and Joe Hutter here with you this afternoon. We thank you so much for joining us as we get ready to start the second half of action. Starting lineup to come out of the gate for NYIT: Vukosilevich, Williams, Regab, Dewar, and Audrey Knowlton. So the same starting five for NYIT. They'll be going from right to left in this half. They wear their gray jerseys with the blue numbering, the white trim, and then the gold stripe on the sides. Meanwhile, Molloy comes out in their home white uniforms, tops and bottoms. Whereas the maroon numbering, the black trim, it's Innocence Grady, Kimani Jackson, Aaliyah McDonald, Allie Lethbridge, and Alexia O'Connor. So the same starting five for them as well. 38-21's the score. We're underway for the final 20 minutes of action. 10 minutes on the clock to start off the third quarter. We thank you so much for joining us. Between the rings, Grady. Now here's Aaliyah McDonald. And Kimani Jackson on the far side. Finds Grady, left wing. Now McDonald with 10 seconds on the shot clock. McDonald 0 for 3 from the field today. Lethbridge, the 17-foot jumper, and that goes high over the net. And goes out of bounds, but actually went last off of Vukosilevich. So it's going to be Molloy ball. 4 seconds on the shot clock, Joe.
Yeah, I think it went off her arm as it went out, and she was disappointed with herself there, but a second chance for Molloy here. And have to get a quick work and get the shot off.
Find Jackson underneath the basket. She's fouled. So just took 28 seconds. Molloy's going to head to the line for the first time in this half. And it's Kimani Jackson who goes there. Just 1 for 2 today. Team's leading scorer right now in this game with 7 points. 5 different Lions have points in the contest, but just 4 have made field goals. Molloy shooting at a 26% field goal percentage, below their average. Jackson hits the second. They trail 38-23. I keep saying 28. I think that's what Molloy would really love, is for it to be 28, not 38. Vukosilevich inside to Williams. The bounce pass attempt went off of Dewar, and then Knowlton ends up running into Lethbridge. Lethbridge going to get charged here with a blocking foul. Vukosilevich, she'll inbound to the left of the basket. 9 points last game, and a positive assist-to-turnover ratio the last 4 games. Also started the last 4 as Regab continues what she did throughout the entire first half, dominating and contributing offensively. 19 points for Dina Regab.
Now she is officially over her season average, but coming off here in the third quarter, same way she started the first half, just putting up the first shot she takes and getting it to fall.
Lethbridge on the wing, and Al McDonald. 10 seconds on the shot clock. To the left wing, far corner. Lethbridge drives baseline, stopped to the left block. Goes up, misses. Offensive rebound, and cleans up the glass, getting the 2 points, trailing by 15.
Good follow-up there by Lethbridge.
Big set from Regab. Vukosilevich. No-look pass, threading the needle. And a nice pass over to Shannon Dewar. She converts.
Dewar played pretty well in the first half. Hit a 3, hit a couple 2s, getting herself involved in the scoring action.
Dewar now has 7 and 7. Again, she averages close to a double-double a game, 12 and 10. This foul is going to go against NYIT. Aaliyah McDonald's going to shoot a pair, so less than 2 minutes in, and Molloy has gotten themselves to this charity stripe twice. It's going to be Dewar's second personal.
Head coach Pelican discussing things with the other 4 starters as McDonald's first free throw is up and good. Just waiting for Molloy to go on a little bit of a run here, as NYIT did early on in the first quarter, but they've been pretty stout defensively and have not allowed Molloy to climb back into the game.
McDonald hits both. The last 4 games that she's started, she's shot 69% from the free throw line. Her average usually right around 50%. Regab with the pass, goes off the hands of Dewar, and Dewar was frustrated. She posts up. Here's Vukosilevich. Goes around a couple of different defenders, but it looked like she stepped out of bounds on her way. Molloy Lions ball from left to right. 2 minutes and 10 seconds into this third quarter of action. They trail 42-27. McDonald between the circles. Now Lethbridge on the wing, goes to Innocence Grady. Skip pass, right wing, wide open, Trey on the way! And Alexia O'Connor knocks it down for the first time in this game.
Her first points of the contest for O'Connor, now 1 of 4 from long range.
And Dina Regab just responds in 20 points, now 21 points. She's now scored 20 or more 4 times this season. The chance, defense from the NYIT bench. Left elbow, here's Lethbridge, hands off O'Connor, top of the key, stops and pops for 15, and she has her last 5 points. Here's Regab, make it 23 points. She got beat because O'Connor was stumbling right across the midcourt line, couldn't get up, and Regab had that extra burst of speed past her.
Already 6 points this half.
McDonald stops at the left wing, goes right wing to Innocence Grady. Now Kimani Jackson into the short corner. Dribbles, top of the key, and she will be fouled. It's going to go against Dina Regab. That's her third, the team's third. 6:21 remaining here in the third quarter. It'll stay on the floor. Mid-block, Lethbridge looks for the glass, too strong. Regab pulls in the board. A transition from right to left, and a travel violation is going to be called, the second one of the game against New York Institute of Technology.
So you mentioned Regab with 23 points now, 6 in this half. Her career high is 34. It was the opening game of the season against the Academy of Art back on October 30th. That was a 34-point effort again, so could surpass that today.
Here's Aaliyah McDonald, and she picks up her first field goal of the game. And now O'Connor on the steal, bounce pass, Grady straight to the tin. Connects, it's a 10-point game. Timeout called by the Bears.
Yeah, this is the closest it's been in quite some time. NYIT just kind of losing at their own game right now over the last 2-3 minutes. Very passionate Anthony Crescito on the sideline. As I tell you, you take a look at what Molloy has been able to do, the transition game working for them at this point, and just climbing back into the game. Again, 10 points. This game did not feel like it was 10 points at all. The whole way at all in the first half, and just like that, Molloy goes on a little bit of a mini run here and is able to bring it to within 10. Another basket, it'll be single digits. So the Lions hoping for more of the same here. The starters getting the job done. O'Connor knocking down a couple shots, and that opens the floor up for everybody else, and that's what's been going on for them.
It's amazing. It could also be a much closer game. These two teams were shooting a little different. Molloy's hit just a third of their shots. Meanwhile, close to 60% of their attempts have been made by NYIT. So out of the timeout, 5:44 left here in the third quarter. It's NYIT from right to left. Allen, Williams, Dewar, Vukosilevich, and Regab. Between the circles, Allen, now the far wing. Here's Williams, dispossessed of the basketball. But Lethbridge will be charged there with the travel. Will be the second one she's charged with today, fourth one for the team. And Joe, they just looked a little unorganized right now, the Bears.
They do.
Dewar dribbles, hands off, Vukosilevich. And turns the basketball over, straight into the hands of Kamani Jackson, right at the foul line. In transition, now Grady to the far corner. No, slowed things down, 5 minutes remaining here in the third. McDonald directs traffic. Dribble, straight to the cup. But she misses out of bounds. Vukosilevich will take a seat as Tiara Place, a local product, heads in. Place started 4 games this year. Again, so many different starting lineups for this squad for NYIT. Regab gets double teamed right in front of her own bench. Loose on the ground. Regab fights for it. Jump ball is going to be called. So NYIT getting a little sloppy here in the third quarter, Joe, and that's giving Molloy a chance to bring this back down to single digits.
It is. Some turnovers and some good active hands and passing lanes by Molloy, something they've done pretty well this half that they needed a little more of in the first half, but getting back into it here. O'Connor can't believe it. Thought she got all ball on that.
O'Connor, not usually a very passionate player. You don't usually see her express as much emotion on the floor. Kind of just goes out, does her thing. And she is very lucky, and I think that's what Anthony Crocitto is trying to argue. She should be teed up because she took the basketball and slammed it down on the floor. Allen misses the second. Up by 11. Lethbridge, double teams, misses. Rebounded by Dewar. And Place puts that one out of bounds. The 16th turnover so far in this game, but 11 of them have been steals by Molloy. Under 4 minutes remaining here in the third period. To the left wing, O'Connor stops at the right elbow, kicks out McDonald, dribble, drive, looking for the bounce pass for O'Connor at the right block. And a kick ball goes off of Regab.
Just to kind of put things in perspective, NYIT turns the ball over on average about 16 times per game. They're already, as you just mentioned, Dan, at that mark here with 3:46 to play in the third quarter.
Floats it out, 15 seconds on the shot clock. O'Connor, now Grady. She has 3 steals this game, still looking for her points. Jackson, dispossessed, kicks out. Lethbridge, wide open tray on the way. Yes! Allie Lethbridge brings it back to a single-digit game.
Big shot there, just kind of stepped into the open 3. Good ball movement by Molloy.
Now Williams to respond. She misses. Rebounded by McDonald. 2-on-2 in transition. Aaliyah McDonald with a Euro step layup. Misses, but a blocking foul underneath the basket. She's going to head to the free throw line.
Well, kind of a late whistle there, too. McDonald had already had the shot up, did not get it to fall. As the foul will go on Allen.
Alex Hampton in for Innocence Grady. Zina Vukosilevich will step in for Julie Williams. Largest lead of this game was 18. We're back to 8. Now 7. 3:13 left here in the third. Chance of defense from the Lions Den. That includes the men's basketball team. Regab at the right elbow, feeds inside. Dewar. O'Connor tried to draw a charge, but Dewar just put up the 2 anyway. 9-point lead.
That halts a 4-0 run. We'll make that 6-2 run for Molloy.
Jackson, jump stop, in the paint, rattles home, sticks her tongue out. With a big smile on her face, but they still trail by 7. And they have not led in this game. Vukosilevich gets the pick up high, drives straight to the basket, misses. Rebounded by Alexia O'Connor. Now McDonald stops for a 10-foot bank shot. That's too strong off the glass. And McDonald will be charged with a foul right at midcourt.
A 7-point game. Molloy has outscored the Bears by 10 points in this quarter to get back into it.
Place inbounds. Finds Regab. 23 points in this game. Shot 17 in the first half alone. Looking for plays. Vukosilevich has to hustle to it. Just shy of the midcourt line. Top of the key now. Stops her dribble. 15 on the shot clock. Regab dispossessed her own turnover. Alex Hampton picks it up. Straight to the basket. And it falls. 5-point deficit for Molloy. And they have been rolling here in the third quarter.
Yeah, Regab just lost the handle on that one, and Hampton was very assertive.
Pick up high by Dewar. And Vukosilevich is fouled on the floor. Alex Hampton felt that screen up high, as did many of the fans, was a moving pick.
Well, it looked like initially Vukosilevich, to create some space, kind of gave her a left arm bar. And then as she drove around, Hampton put a hand right at about her midsection and got called for the foul on that.
85 seconds left here in the quarter. Press 30 on the shot clock. Williams, who just checked in for place, dribbles with her right hand.
Molloy not allowing anything easy for Regab here, as she is fouled there. That is the 5th team foul. So Regab will shoot free throws here. Or
second personal foul. She hits the first. Dewar heads over to the bench. Audrey Knowlton, who made her 3rd start of the season, comes back out on the hardwood. Here's Regab, shooting the 2nd of 2. And converts. It's a 51-44 game. Hampton spins it over to Alexia O'Connor at the left wing. Now Hampton to the mid-block. Inside the paint, Kamani Jackson. Dribble, drive, reverse layup, misses. Williams stops and pops from about 10 feet out, but the offensive rebound put up by Regab. She misses. Poked out, and Molloy will take it from left to right. Here's Hampton. Underhand layup, fouled on the way up.
Hampton has come on and given this team an injection of energy and has facilitated some Strong play at the guard position. Not allowed passes to come into Regab in the post. Credit Jackson and McDonald with doing a really nice job kind of combining on defensively on Regab, as she has had a pretty quiet last 8 to 10 minutes. Or 6 to 8 minutes.
Hampton hits the first. Hampton now with 6 points in this game. Shantana Canhoy in for Alexia O'Connor. 39.5 seconds on the clock. Another substitution. Regab heads over to the bench. Madison Strapoli, the Ossining, New York native, who has played in every game this season, out on the floor. Vukasilevich on the far side of the court. Dribbles right across the midcourt line, calls out for a pick up high. Doesn't end up taking it. Straight to the basket, underneath on the pass to Williams. Strapoli, straight away, Vukasilevich. Nine-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Vukasilevich turns it over.
There it is again. It's Canhoy joining that double team. They forced Vukasilevich to kind of lose her dribble. It was Hampton, Canhoy there forcing the errant pass, as down low in the paint, Knowlton couldn't handle it. So just really good organized defense by Molloy here over the last half of this third quarter, and maybe a little more.
Vukasilevich, 6 assists but 7 turnovers. 3 seconds on the game clock. A three-pointer from Lethbridge! Give me it! 51-49 as the buzzer expires. It's a 3-point game as we'll head into the fourth quarter. But it looks like the officials might want to talk this one over to double check that the shot got off in time.
Lethbridge's last 2 field goals have been three-pointers, and I tell you, Dan, she has really been heating up. This offense doing its thing here in the third quarter, just executing much higher level, working the ball inside, working it out there to get the open looks from long range, and it has been very, very fun to watch here, this Molloy team turning things around in the third quarter, trailing by just 2 as we head to the final stanza.
Well, I'll get a quick word from our sponsors here on the Molloy Lions Sports Network.
Casey's Kitchen and Cocktails is a proud sponsor of Molloy Athletics. Hurry down to Casey's because now through October, Casey's Rooftop Bar, Rooftop 32, is open for dining. Have a Lions Land card? Receive a 10% discount on your order. Casey's Kitchen and Cocktails, 23 North Park Avenue in Rockville Center.
51-49. There's Lions. There's no Tigers. There are Bears. And the Bears lead by 3 as we head to the final 10 minutes of action here at Quealy Gymnasium. Dan Savarino alongside Joseph G. Hutter with you. Thank you so much for joining us. Molloy wears the white uniforms, tops and bottoms. NYIT in the road grays. McDonald, Hampton, Jackson, Lethbridge, and Canhoy. The 5 for Molloy. Dewar, Regab, Williams, Vukasilevich, and Allen are the 5 for the visiting Bears. This foul is going to be called against Dewar. Her third, team's first, 15 seconds into this fourth.
Quick foul, 15 to 18 feet away from the basket. Molloy will take that.
One possession game. It's been some time since that's been the case. That was back when it was a 2-2 game. Got deflected, so all the way in the backcourt is Hampton. Crosses the midcourt stripe, penetrates in, kicks out McDonald. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Bounce pass, Canhoy. Baseline jumper, Hampton, too long. Offensive rebound, fresh 30 for Molloy. Canhoy pulling down the rock.
Canhoy very aggressive there. Good read off the basket. Saw that Hampton shot would be too strong.
Jackson and Regab fouls her. It'll be her 4th for number 4.
Yeah, it looked like she got a lot of ball. I guess some body contact there, but nonetheless, Jackson will head to the line for 2.
Team's second. Jackson can bring this back to a 1-point contest. But that won't happen this time. Kamani missing the first. And again, Jackson has been in double figures the last 4 games. She's also had at least 5 rebounds and 10 of the 12. In the last 4 games, she's been shooting the ball very well. 4 games ago, it was 19 points, then 13, 14, and 10 last. 53% from the field for last year's leading scorer. And it's a 1-point game. One minute into this fourth. Williams dribbles up high, just shy of the midcourt line. Bounce pass. Finds Janice Allen, the Riverhead native. Hampton hustling to it. And it's going to be a jump ball.
Really good work there by Hampton. She's been really kind of leading this defensive charge for the Lions so far in the second half.
And for a player who generally starts every single game and started every game until she's come off the bench now the last 3 after dealing with an injury, sometimes these players realize they like coming off the bench a lot more.
Well, it's been the double team of Jackson and McDonald on Ragab, but also, I tell you, up top around the perimeter, Hampton's been very good. Canhoy has been very energetic, and Lethbridge has been doing her thing in the paint as well.
Allen, 15-foot jumper, opens up the bank again. 3-point lead for NYIT. McDonald on the left wing. Now Hampton inside. Jackson. And they just keep collapsing the paint. McDonald penetrates in. Off glass. Misses. Canhoy is going to come over the back, though.
Tough call there. Canhoy tried to rip the ball free, but whistled for the personal.
Canhoy's first, team's first. On the press, NYIT breaks it. 3-pointer, Vukosilevich. Back iron, rebounded by Hampton. She's had a phenomenal game. Dribbles into the front court and will slow things down. Setting up this half-court offense against a run-and-gun team like NYIT. Jackson, now top of the key, Lethbridge. Inside the paint. Jackson once more. Good move, and it's a 1-point deficit for Molloy. Again, they've trailed as much as 18. They're back down to 1. Against right now the top of the standings at 5-0 for NYIT. They've already upended defending champs in Queens College last game. Williams on the backdoor cut from Vukosilevich.
Really good find by Vukosilevich as she was able to find her underneath the basket. Good reverse lay-in, good execution on that play. Back to a 3-point lead.
The chant is defense, defense from the Bears bench. Lethbridge to Jackson. Dribbles to the foul line. Hands off Hampton. Canhoy thinks about the 3-pointer. To the far corner. 5 seconds on the shot clock. The reverse layup goes. They're down 1 again. Canhoy with 7 points. Ties a career high. 3-pointer on the way. Back iron from Allen. 4 white jerseys fight for the rebound, but Doer's just stronger and picks one up like an apple tree. Pulls it in and puts it up.
Yeah, it almost looked like some Molloy players getting in each other's way from getting that rebound and pulling it down. You mentioned it, they had more players around, so it's a full timeout here. A 3-point lead for the NYIT Bears.
Brief word from our sponsors here on the Molloy Lions Sports Network.
Mercy Medical Center and South Island Orthopedic Group are the proud medical providers of Molloy College Athletics. They are committed to serving the community with state-of-the-art compassionate health care. You can reach them at 516-62-MERCY or on the web at www.mercymedicalcenter.com. www.chsli.org.
NYIT 5-0 in the ACC, leading Molloy, who sits at 2-2 in the East Coast Conference. Dan Savarino, Joe Harder with you, and what a second half performance we've seen by Molloy. A lot of fight in this team. Really started with the third quarter as they were able to bring it from an 18-point deficit back down to just a 1-point game. They do trail by 3 right now, but still looking to get over that hump.
They are, and this has been a tale of two halves. It was all NYIT in the first half. The second half so far been dominated by the Lions, and this would be, you'd think, kind of a marquee win if they could come over the edge and really get over the top. Still have not been able to climb up and grab a lead here as NYIT hanging tough to this 3-point lead. It's gotten to 1 point, but the Lions just looking for the final little push to get over that and try and grab a lead.
2 lines of double figures. 3-pointer, Canhoy misses. That was looking for the tie. It was Jackson and Lethbridge who are both in double figures. Meanwhile, on the other side, 2 are in double figures for the Bears. 25 points from Dina Regab, who has to sit on the bench at 4 personal fouls. And Shannon Dewar is just a rebound away from another double-double. Vukasilevich kicks out. Allen for a 3. Yes! 6-point lead.
Good open look there from Allen. Good ball movement down low. Vasilevicic as she goes down there and tries to create some space around the perimeter, which she did.
At the line, Jackson. McDonald, 16-footer, too long. She thought she got hacked on the way up. The guys in the stripes disagreed. Up by 6. 5 minutes and 5 seconds to go. And McDonald's going to get called up high trying to hedge a screen.
Team with 2 fouls now. It's about the midway point of the half. Or of the quarter, excuse me.
It's going to be Aaliyah's third. Innocence Grady, Alexia O'Connor back on the floor. Canhoy and McDonald to the bench.
Well, back to a 6-point lead as Molloy takes a 30-second timeout here. But, Dan, this has been really an interesting sequence of a couple plays here as NYIT trying to, I guess, make their run here in the second half. The Lions making theirs already, but trying to get over that hump, over that, grab a lead here. But NYIT, nice drawn-up play off to the last break where they were able to get a 3. And now have the ball again here as Molloy looks to regroup with 5 minutes left. Very exciting 5 minutes coming your way on the Molloy Lions Sports Network.
New York Institute of Technology, 10-5 overall. 5-0 in the ECC. Molloy 3-9, 2-2 inside their conference. Vukasilevich, a 3 on the way. It's back to a 9-point lead as she holds up the tray. Gets a hand on it once more. O'Connor. 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Molloy's been able to bring this back to a 1-point deficit. Not been able to tie or lead. Jackson with a travel.
And the 3 ball now falling for NYIT. They didn't have any in the third quarter, but the last 2 baskets they've been able to knock down have been of the 3 varieties. So back to that 9-point edge, and Molloy now looking to play catch-up again, something they've been doing for much of the game.
Allen blows past O'Connor into the front court. Standing on the logo. Vukasilevich gets a screen up high, matched up with Hampton. Dribbles straight to the basket, tries to go up with it. They're going to call a jump ball.
That's good defense by Molloy. Knowlton checks back in.
So they're going to go offense-defense. Just heard from the coaching staff who sits right next to us with Audrey Knowlton and Nina Kukosalevich. 4 minutes to go. Right wing, Grady. Lethbridge on the baseline, drives in, left hand, good, and one. Allie Lethbridge looking to attempt a three-point play the old-fashioned way here. Dewar is going to be charged with her fourth personal. Team's third. It's 2 away from the bonus.
Molloy 12 of 18 from the free throw line. NYIT has just been there 6 times today, 4 of 6.
On the far wing, Knowlton. Kukosalevich is going to check back in on the Grady foul for Knowlton. Dina Regab also coming back into the contest. Again, 25 points today for Dewar. Both teams have 3 team fouls, down to 2 timeouts apiece. 3:37 remaining here in the fourth. Allen right in front of the far side. Here in the Lions Den. It's gotten really loud at one point. Again, it's a place that does tend to really echo. Regab, fadeaway jumper from the baseline, misses. O'Connor pulls in the board. Lethbridge dribbles, left lane, off glass, too much. Allen trying to draw to charge. Williams works her way right around into the front court. Stops in the left elbow. Won't go. O'Connor climbs the ladder. Picks up her second straight rebound. Grady kicks out. Lethbridge. Bounce pass. Back between the rings. And here's Hampton. Far corner. O'Connor rattles out. 2:40 left.
Molloy doing a good job on Regab here the last couple of possessions. See if they can continue to do that. But they have to start generating some offense. Trailing by 7 here.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Kukosalevich matched up with Hampton. Stutter step up high. 4 seconds now. 3 seconds. 2. 1 second. Gets it off the right elbow. Misses. And O'Connor pulls in her third straight rebound.
And if nothing else, if you're NYIT, you want to eat a lot of shot clock as much as you can.
O'Connor back iron on the tray attempt. So Molloy's starting to get cold from the field here. They trail by 9, and we've been stuck on iron for the last couple of minutes.
And Dan, you take a look at the rebounding battle. 37-27 NYIT, but also the field. It's not that NYIT has really cooled off that much, with still shooting 53% from the field. Molloy is 34.5%, but it's the turnovers. NYIT has committed so many of them here in the second half, and that's what's led to the margin shrinking.
Regab drives, kicks out, foul. Looks like it's going to be Leah McDonald, and it is. Be Leah's fourth.
She's not thrilled with the call, but did kind of swing her hand there a little bit toward the end. This player's not thrilled with the last couple of calls with the officials. That's something new, huh?
Here's Allen, up high. 1:40 on the game clock. Still a 9-point game. Not out of reach. Regab. 27 points. 90 seconds left. up by 11. Hampton into the corner. Now Jackson. O'Connor once more. Jackson again at the left wing. They go wing to wing to the near corner. Left reach. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Jackson penetrates inside in traffic. Looking to try and maybe draw herself a foul, but she couldn't do so. So an 11-point game right now, Joe, and really all you need is just play smart basketball here as Regab gets blocked away by Jackson.
Good block there. Another good job defensively on Regab.
On the inbounds, Ellen from the right block. 67-56. And McDonald turns over the basketball. And that's pretty much all she wrote, as Lethbridge will have to foul Williams. So no matter what, coming away from this, even though it will be a loss and it hurts you, it drops you below 500 in the standings, NYIT is going to end up staying atop. You got to give a lot of effort. You know, it's again, you're getting so close, and this time it's against another very good team that you're coming so close to, but you can't get over that hump.
And Dan, I think you take a look at the turning point, the 5:02 mark of the fourth quarter. There was a timeout taken. I think it was a 1-point game at that time.
Yeah.
And since then, NYIT has come back, went on their run. Again, up by 12 now here and getting an offensive rebound on that, and they'll call it a jump ball here. But back to the point, trying to make Molloy has just kind of cooled off from the field. The shot selection hasn't been as good. It's been a little more one-on-one dribbles down low. It hasn't been as much ball movement. They got away from the things that were working for them over the final 5 to 6 minutes of the third quarter and first 4 or 5 minutes of here the fourth quarter, and it's just really kind of turned the tide again back in the direction of the Bears.
Next up for Molloy, it's not easy. You're at Queens College on Tuesday. So this is a really tough part of this schedule. Again, these two teams will meet again later on this season over in Old Westbury. But that will not be until February 13th. So Molloy next time out, again, it's going to be Tuesday, Thursday on the road at Queens and then at Bridgeport. Bridgeport picked towards the bottom of the conference. Then home against Dowling on the 16th. And then you have that back-to-back trip, and you go upstate to play Damon and Roberts Wesley, and then you get the next 3 at home, Mercy, Stack, and DC. 16.8 seconds remaining. It's 70-56. McDonald picks it up just shy of half court. Kicks out. Jackson, three-pointer on the way. Only hits the backboard. 7 seconds left, and NYIT can pretty much just walk this out. 70-56. The Bears victorious. They stay unbeaten inside the conference at 6-0, 11-5 overall now. Molloy, they dropped to 3-10, and 2-3 inside the ECC.
Yeah, this was a really well-played second half by the Lions, but kind of got cold from the field over the final 4 or 5 minutes, Dan. But I think the biggest thing that you can take out of this game is they did not fold. They kept going. Despite being down by 17 at the half and as many as 18 points, they shrunk the deficit. They played well down the stretch, and something to build on here. This is against the team that's undefeated in the conference. They have another very difficult match coming up against Queens College. Very difficult meeting there on Tuesday, but you have to be happy with what you saw from this team. The adjustments they made at halftime really proved to be working in the second half and just kind of ran out of gas over the final 4 or 5 minutes of the game.
Well, Joe and I will be back in just a brief moment. Break things down quickly in the Molloy Lions postgame show presented by Holiday Inn Express, Rockville Center, and Lynbrook. Quick a word from our sponsors, 70-56, the final score. NYIT beats Molloy. Stay tuned.
Casey's Kitchen and Cocktails is a proud sponsor of Molloy Athletics. Casey's is open 7 days a week for dinner with plenty of salads, sandwiches, and entrees to choose from. Casey's is also open for lunch Thursday through Sunday and for Sunday brunch. On the go, takeout is available, plus on-site and off-premise catering to suit all of your catering needs. And now through October, Casey's Rooftop Bar, Rooftop 32, is open for dining. Plus, you can receive a 10% discount with a Lions Land card. All at Casey's Kitchen and Cocktails, 23 North Park Avenue in Rockville Center.
Jake's Steakhouse is a proud sponsor of Molloy Athletics. Come down to Jake's Monday through Friday from 3 to 7 p.m. and Sundays from 12 to 7 p.m. for happy hour. $4 mixed drinks, $5 select house wines by the glass, $4 select domestic beer, and $5 select craft beers. Plus, Lions Land card owners will receive a special 10% discount. Spend your next happy hour with Jake's, 2172 Hempstead Turnpike in East Meadow.
What's the lowdown on Molloy College athletics? Watch the Lions Lowdown. Hear from your favorite coaches and student athletes of the Molloy College Lions. Watch on MolloyLions.com or follow our YouTube channel, Molloy Lions.
MolloyLions.com is your official online home for Molloy College athletics. Game recaps, highlights, stats, exclusive stories and interviews, and much, much more. All on your online home for Molloy College athletics, www.MolloyLions.com.
This is the home for Molloy College athletics, www.MolloyLions.com.
Your Molloy Lions post-game show starts now.
Molloy Lions post-game show presented by Holiday Inn Express, Rockville Center in Lynbrook. Dan Savarino, Joe Hutter here with you as part of the Game 1 of the doubleheader as the women's basketball team falls 70-56 to NYIT. Big showing from Dina Ragab, 27 points, who's one of 4 Bears in double figures. Meanwhile, Allie Lethridge had 15, Kimani Jackson had 14. So, Joe, as we take a look at some of these stats before we take a look right around the ACC and get set for game number 2 with you and Andrew Fertitta. Obviously, things got close, got down to a 1-point game, but the big number that really stands out, shooting percentage and then free throws that were left there, and that ended up hurting them.
It was, and you take a look, second half was actually better shooting for NYT than the first half, but it didn't feel like that because they were turning the ball over so much.
Right.
But Molloy really committed defensively, ended up shooting just 33% from the field as a team for the game, which is not going to get the job done most nights. And here this afternoon, the Lions, despite a pretty solid push in the second half, some good production from Hampton and Canhoy finishing with 7 apiece. The 2 leading scorers, Lethridge and Jackson, with 15 and 14, just could not push it over and get that final edge, get that final leap or a little bit of run that they needed to go up in this game. It ends with a 12-point or a 14-point loss, and NYIT, you got to give them credit. They made some adjustments in the fourth quarter that, were doing a couple things better than they had in the third after they kind of got away from what was working, but the Molloy defense shut down Ragab for the most part in the second half, but she still finished with 27 on a very efficient percentage from the field and 10 rebounds as well, and that's the biggest number for me, Dan, getting to that you just mentioned. It's 15-point rebounding margin, 42 for NYIT to just 27 for Molloy. I mentioned pregame that was going to be something that each of these teams is going to have to stress, and Molloy, a bit of a smaller team, would have to really commit to that aspect of the game, and they just could not really get past, the taller NYIT Bears squad, and that was ultimately what led to their defeat.
7th double-double of the season for Dina Ragab, also the 10th for Shannon Dewar. Take a look at some of the scores around the league. 4 other games in action. Again, NYIT now sits atop the conference and stays atop the conference at 6-0 in the ECC. Well, DC, the only one other ones who came in today at 5-0. They lead Dowling 38-31 at halftime right now. Meanwhile, LIU Post is underway with Queens College. Queens up by 2. About halfway through the first quarter of action. Also later on today, Mercy takes on Damon at 2 o'clock, and St. Thomas Aquinas is at Roberts Wesleyan, also at 2 o'clock. So, Joe, Queens College coming up next for them. Obviously, a tough game, but you have to bounce back here. You don't want to drop another one. You ended your 5-game snide last time out. This time, you come close at different points. You played well at points against a very good team. You have to do the same thing on Tuesday. How do you bounce back and try and pick up a couple of wins this week?
I think you take the positives out of the second half, things that you did well, and you just kind of translate that into the next game. And, you know, for this Molloy team now 2-3 in ECC play, this is arguably the toughest stretch you have in your schedule with LIU Post, a pretty good team the other night, NYIT, and then Queens. And then you face some of the teams that are projected to finish below you in the conference, games that you really need to take care of business and get over the edge there. But this Molloy team, I think that you just go into that game by playing some good pressure defense, shutting down the interior, forcing some outside looks, which is something they did in the second half, and make sure that you continue to play well on the offensive side of the game. And that's really where they struggled today for the most part, as evidence is the shooting percentage. But for the Lions, go out there, make sure you can be a little more efficient offensively and still continue to commit on the defensive side.
Well, that's going to do it for us here at Quealy Gymnasium as part of Game 1. Next time out, it's going to be Queens College on Tuesday. That's a 5 o'clock start, then at Bridgeport on Thursday. Our next broadcast for Molloy College women's basketball will be Saturday against Dowling. 12 o'clock tip-off. It'll be part of a doubleheader. Pre-game show is at 11:45. For everyone here at Molloy, for Rick Rossetto, who always helps us out with everything, my broadcast partner, Joe Hutter, I'm Dan Salverno saying thanks so much for listening. Stay tuned. Game number 2. It's the men's team going at around 2:30. We'll catch you later on today.